A group dressed in crimson of the priesthood of Mars walks toward you. Their gazes are fixed on Pascal. You note that the group is not monolithic. Some of its members are more heavily armed and follow a large tech priest, clad in battle armor. Others keep a respectful distance and cast inquiring looks at their own leader, whose hunched posture belies his tall frame. Despite the hood hiding his face, you recognize him as Opticon 22, whom you encountered on Footfall. We went all the way back to him, and he shows up over here. Damn it, game. The enormous tech priest points his hand at Pascal and lets out a booming roar, not unlike a factory alarm. It makes your very bones vibrate. Herald's servo skulls marks with an emblem of a cog follows in his wake. They blare cheerily. Thou shall not shatter a heretic in thy forge, for rust begets rust. Pascal Hanuman, in the name of the Adeptus Mechanicus, you are under arrest. The hunched servants of the Omnissiah turns to you. Diplomacy mode engaged. Announcement. The Adeptus Mechanicus offer their apologies for would like to inform you of the necessity of conducting an operation to detain, arrest, terminate a faulty unit on the rogue trader's territory. What the hell? Who are you? Tarsus. In a burst of shattering, the servo skull hasten to translate their master's mighty Binharic howl, an instrument of the Omnissiah authorized to punish and exact vengeance, known by the designation Sarsus Hanuman. Identification codes recognized and confirmed. These units are who they declare themselves to be. Tech use study the two priests of Mars. You identify that the rear armor the enormous tech priest is wearing as a secutor's plated mechanized suit. It carries the imprints of many battles and has markings that announces its status as a relic. Some of the armor's damage looks fairly severe, to the point of endangering its operation. The slivers of flesh revealed under the steel are marked with terrible chemical burns. Every now and then, convulsions shake the tech priest's body and a painful sounding hiss comes from his vox. The tall tech priest who spoke to you looks more peaceful and makes a point of not drawing his weapon. There is an air of concern about the way he frequently glances over at his fellow, scrutinizing his condition. Scrutinizing his condition. On what charge are you trying to arrest a member of my retinue? This heretic? is accused of stealing personal identification codes, spreading tech heresy on the world of Kiavagama, and making an attempt on the life of a servant of the Omnissiah. The deafening roar from the tech priest's vox makes you grimace in pain. You touch your ear and notice blood on your fingers. The faulty unit will be removed in the name of the Omnissiah. I condemn you. Lightning flashes across the warrior's armor. Agony resounds in the blare of his vox alarm. In contrast, Pascal speaks quietly and coldly. You are malfunctioning, tech comrade. I deem your logical conclusions questionable. The statement is false. Tech brother Tarsus Hanuman is willingly undergoing holy torment, deterioration, which however does not critically affect his cognitive capacity for data analysis. Unit calling itself Pascal Hanuman. We have information that implicates you. Having learned that you are a member of the retinue, a maintenance specialist in the service of rogue trader von Valancius, we have come here with the goal of meeting you, intercepting you, engaging you in combat. What do you have to say to this, Pascal? Pascal replies firmly, his vox crackling with a hint of indignation. I deny these charges. I never plotted against my tech comrade. My cognitive purity vows were never distorted. My unique identification code was never stolen. I am the true Magos Explorator Hanuman, and I am not guilty. Okay, so they're accusing him of identity theft. The tech priest's deep guttural roam blends with the servo skull's high-pitched whine. False witness. Wait a minute, what's happening on Kiavagama? That planet belongs to me. According to Vox interception data, the planet's fabricator sensor made incorrect blasphemous modifications to manufacturing working procedures, which qualifies as a lapse of into sacrilege. The Adeptus Mechanicus are hereby officially notifying House von Valancius of having commenced an investigation into operation to remove fabricator sensor Dubis Delphim. Estimated time to procedure completion 3.7 solar years. Our data suggests that the unit which used Magos Explorator Hanuman's identification code performed an unauthorized upgrade on the planetary Vox array and introduced data deemed to be scrap code into its operation. This fact points to this unit's criminal complicity with the heretic Cubis Delphim. I'm not handing Pascal over to you unless I see evidence. Let us get to the bottom of this matter together. Request approved. Ready to work in cooperative mode. Tarsus gives you a haunty look and lets out a howl of wrath. Archiving. Tech brother Tarsus opposes lay participation in the investigation search for the truth. The unit Opticon 22 advises in favor of the House von Valancius representatives. Participation's request. Address Opticon 22. I think you and I should continue the discussion in private. The big chap is creating friction. I insist on joint investigation. Arresting a rogue trader's retinue member without any justification stands in the breach of the law and my privileges as the warrant of trade. Persuasion. We will go with the lore of the Imperium here. Request for cooperation reviewed and accepted. I request Tech Brother Tarsus consent to the co-participation of representatives. Holy crap. They only do big words and the sentences are so weird. Participation of representatives of the von Valancius dynasty in the investigation proceedings. A sacrilege conspiracy. I refuse help from laypersons. I am a cog of Deus Mechanicus that grinds down corruption. And I will carry out the sentence immediately. Pascal freezes, but the green spark light up his visor. He extends a hand toward Tarsus and replies in a clanging voice, "Let the cycle be discontinued." You realize Pascal's words are coming from both his own Vox and Tarsus. Then every sensor on the executioner's battle harness lights up at once, blindingly, and the wounded armored Leviathan lets out a deafening roar of pain. Attention. Priority notification. Service units of the Kappa Thread supply line are unauthorized to confront the rogue trader. Command retreat and reinitiate negotiations.
I will cast you into eternal darkness.
Okay, this made very little sense. So a part of them went back, but not all of them. Okay, so let's put him here. He's the tanky one. Could put you over there. I forgot to re-equip something good on her. Let's see what we got here. We could also... I think this is good. Alright, so let's... That's a good line. So let's see. How far can you... Ah, you can't. It's because she's behind.
Don't get too cocky.
I've seen worse battles than this in my time.
Then we do this.
Tell me, and it is done.
And then you just
It will
do...
be done.
And slap. We're done with her. Okay, let's run up here. Just shoot through those. Okay, let's see, they have a bolter. Work, damn you. Make them die.
As the Emperor commands.
Okay, that's how... Okay, it goes through them and hits all. That makes it very good, actually. But the damage was underwhelming. But I got to see the heavy bolter in action. So we need to find a better heavy bolter. That's what we need to do. And she needs to get more AP, like 2 more AP points. So we're switching back to the normal bolter after this. Let's see here.
If it serves your cause. Fortune favors the swift.
Yeah, that's just wasting bullets. I'm kind of tired of that one.
Just a minor setback.
Let's see.
Rejoice! Your defiance is futile.
This also penetrates the target. He is taking on some serious damage here. Okay, we need to get in there. Heal up, brother! There we go.
The healing is much appreciated.
So we can't do we can't do a strike without that sweep, maybe. Let's see. Strike. So it's just inflicting bleeding. Okay, so this one we could... At least we can smash it. Okay, so we'll do that. And we want him to take the most of the damage, and then we just do smack.
Reduced to dust. Pain and duty go hand in hand.
Endure.
At your beck and call.
Alright, we're back here. Let's see, we'll run over here. Just shoot straight through him. And then we will make him attack again. Don't mess with him.
For von Valancius. It will be done. Victory is one fewer target. Follow my lead. I will do my duty.
We can hit them both.
Sure hand.
There we go. Okay, let's see. Shoot that guy.
Doubt is for the weak. I am not your Xenos pet, monkey.
There we go. So I was afraid we had ran into a battle that would be too hard for us because we jumped far without exploring the areas until reaching this place.
Advancing. My vow is to insignificant value.
Let's see here.
Tried and tested tactics are the best ones.
I don't. Yeah,
Indeed.
can't do it without
At
doing
your
this.
beck and call. Reduced to dust.
Good. Requesting cessation of hostilities. Cessation. He wants them to cease, I guess. I'm sorry that we had to kill a comrade. I also regret have a negative assessment of this event. The Adeptus Mechanicus still accuses the unit identifying itself as Pascal Hanuman of criminal theft of a unique identification code. Unlike Tech Brother Tarsus, I am not authorized to immediately execute the unit, but neither am I authorized to drop the inquiry. Okay. There are no apostates among us. The piercing voice from the Vox synth is more overwhelming than Tharsus' thundering roar. Tech Brother Sarsus and the machine spirit that lived in his battle harness succumbed to the suffering that beset them. Their judgments was rash and erroneous. Now their torment is over. I declare them martyrs, and I am requisitioning Tharsus Hanuman's neutral augmentic for the purpose of preserving his blessed memory. As astonished tech priests look on, Pascal leans over the slain man's body and extracts an augmentic from his skull. His movements are as precise as they are respectful. Listen in silence. With each word, Pascal's voice grows more powerful and majestic. You saw the agony your tech brother Tarsus was in. His unbridled, pain-spurred faith imitated you. Yet you were silent. Reverence stopped you. Reverence stopped you from raising your voices to proclaim that the machine spirit with which his mind had merged was morbidly afflicted. The imperative of reverence had paralyzed your will, and you watched a tragedy unfold in silence. The sixth universal law states that comprehension is the true path of knowledge. Yet the procedural cycle has robbed you of your comprehension. Therefore, let the cycle be discontinued. There is a clang as Opticon 22's knee presses into the floor. Crimson hooded heads are bowed. Let the cycle be discontinued. The radiant light pouring out of Pascal's visor grows dimmer. Static creeps back into his voice. Let the cycle be discontinued, tech comrades. Let's see here. Pascal, there's one small point I'm not clear on. What just happened? Pascal's vox synth crackles somewhat tentatively. I decided to sustain my words with an except for one of the blessed Amarant's sermons on loss of internal and external functions. Verse 4. My analysis deemed it appropriate. Let's see. What is the reason for this act of genuflection? It has been a long time since the words of the Messiah of discontinuing were last spoke, openly, over public communications bands. We respectfully welcome wisdom's return. So he is not forgotten after all. The Messiah of discontinuing, is that how you refer to Amarnath? Following Archmago's Amarnath's particle, laicization, don't even know what that means, removal from the chain of command, Okay, I know what that means. That was the authorship attribution on the series of sermons on discontinuing the cycle that were disseminated across the Cognizance fleet. It was, in fact, a title used by many in times past.